Well, in the vast landscape of safari experiences and the amount of the number of years that we've spent designing, understanding and designing in this landscape, we've done a number of projects, including North Island and Angora Crater for Nicky and Steve in the past, and here we're back again doing another project for them. And the idea was to really consolidate all the values that we've collected over the years and really distill a wonderful experience. And what I really like about this experience is that it's really all about the view. The entire site is perched on the most magnificent view type site. It also has a wonderful historic connection to the Blixen site, which Nicky and Steve have probably spoken about earlier. Two parts to the architecture. One is the tent, the other one is the public area. The tent is a new version of a very classic tent, but beautifully proportioned and nestling comfortably, taking full advantage of the view. When you walk up to the tent, it looks like a classical tent, but when you look at it closer, the detailing has been handled in a very Italian, minimal way, allowing for Nicky and Steve's interiors to play a dominant role internally, with the quiet architecture as a backdrop. When we go to the public area, I think what's fantastic about the public area is if you look at the Blixen veranda house, the typical colonial veranda house with the colonnade, the sort of Mathega Club model, this kind of historical background, we took this and we created a large veranda. The concept of a large veranda with certain volumes and areas internally that demarcate a particular space. So we have a kind of modern veranda house, a new version of a veranda house. The materiality also with the shingles on the roof of the shapes that pop out of this flat plane, hark back to the sort of Mathega Club, English colonialism, Kenyan colonialism. So with this we have a particularly new archetype which has some modernity, but also has its links tied back to the old veranda house. The entire architecture faces and is a couch for the most spectacular view. Looking backwards normally can be a challenge, but there we have a beautiful pond which is lit up at night with a Maasai brick wall, which is a kind of an idea that came from when we were looking at Maasai architecture and the kind of homemade, handmade bricks that they use in the region. So there's that wonderful feeling of the building growing out of the ground, capturing the view, some modernity and some of the English historical background.